I got a frantic phone call from the office saying there's going to be a swingers club opening up next door. And I said, oh, goody, goody.
This new swingers club is opening up in Melbourne and some people really aren't happy about it.
I've seen a lot of quite inexperienced people lately that are in the scene for less than 2 years, then going and opening businesses or events.
But then when I came back and found out actually what it was about, yes, obviously it did concern me.
We're in the locker room at the moment, so in here generally people will change into costume if it's a theme night.
Emmanuel is the owner of Pineapple's Lifestyle Bar, which will hold up to 200 people, host live entertainment and allow sex on premises.
So when you say swingers club, what I'm hearing from people that don't know about the lifestyle is they think of a bikies club or a dirty, dingy swingers club. That's completely opposite to what we're after. We're after a little bit of opulence, right? A little bit of class is what we're trying to bring to the scene.
Emmanuel says the venue fits the character of the neighbourhood, but locals disagree.
Normally a venue of this nature would be probably relegated to an area that is a little bit more industrial, and to have a venue that has loud noise and large events, I just don't think are compatible with where we are going now in this area.
Tony Benziger owns the neighbouring buildings. In a GoFundMe and petition against the club, he claimed a sex on premises venue was too close to a local school and homes.
Well, as a property owner here, I certainly wouldn't develop my property to have residential with a club like that next door.
I think if it was a nightclub, I don't think we would have had as much pushback. There's definitely a stigmatisation around what we were offering. We're going to do it in an education-focused way, very inclusive. There'll be kink nights, there'll be queer nights. If the community are asking for it, then we're going to be providing it.
Betty J has lived in the area for more than 20 years and says the new club is in the wrong spot.
This would be a much better spot for it. In my personal opinion. I mean, you can fuck as hard as you want, no one's gonna care.
She says despite other sex industry businesses already in the area, the new venue doesn't fit in with the locals' vision.
We're so focused on creating housing, creating community.
As soon as you add sex onto a licensed venue, the risks are just far greater. So there is a higher risk of things like rape or sexual assault or anything like that. So if you're either quite new to the lifestyle, you've never run a licensed venue before or a hospitality-based venue, I think it's quite risky if you're quite new to all of those things and then you're adding sex and alcohol on top of that.
It's a 200-person capacity venue. How are you going to be able to provide that oversight to make sure that everybody is comfortable and safe?
We're adults. As long as we're respectful towards each other, we're very open to exploration and people basically being themselves.
How do you think they could have done it better, their entrance to this neighbourhood?
When you join a community, are you there to service your niche community or are you there to weave into the landscape and the tapestry of where you're moving into?
Emmanuel says residents will be surprised when the club eventually opens.
So it's not just for swingers. So we're expecting first dates, we're expecting like maybe Tinder hookups. So swingers you generally associate with swapping and having other people involved. You don't need to do that here.
It's out of our hands. The club will be opening. We are all looking forward to seeing what comes of it.